Bonjour, aujourd'hui c'est le vendredi 5 mars. Bienvenue, c'est presque le week-end, presque. Ok, objectif. Ok, donc aujourd'hui on va commencer par un échauffement comme d'habitude, et puis je vais vous parler des activités pour module 4. Les vacances, on va parler des vacances, et puis pour mercredi, avec une petite étoile parce que ce n'est pas, on n'a pas de cours mardi. Il n'y a pas de cours mardi prochain. C'est un jour asynchronique, comme on dit. OK, donc pour l'échauffement, hein, tu préfères les vacances? Tu préfères quel type de vacances? Tu préfères les vacances à la maison, à la montagne, à la mer ou autre? Hein? Donc, tu préfères les vacances à la maison, tu es tranquille à la maison, tu joues aux jeux vidéo, tu lis un livre, hein, je ne sais pas, tu écoutes la musique à la maison tranquille. Ce sont des vacances pour toi, ou bien des vacances à la montagne. Donc vous allez faire de l'escalade, vous allez faire de la randonnée, je ne sais pas, dans la forêt peut-être. Ou tu préfères des vacances à la mer, vous pouvez vous baigner, donc vous pouvez faire du surf, vous pouvez construire des châteaux de sable à la mer, donc sur la plage, ou autre, peut-être une autre type de vacances. Donc, qu'est-ce que tu préfères? Donc, moi, je préfère les vacances à la montagne. Pourquoi pas? Faire du camping, faire de l'escalade avec Madame Punzel, dans Door County ou ailleurs. Quelqu'un préfère aller à la mer, d'accord? Aller à la mer, ouais, j'aime tout. Ouais, d'accord. Ok. Donc aujourd'hui, je vais vous présenter très vite, encore une fois, module 4. It's working on the, there we go. Cool. Okay, module 4, so unit 4. So once again, on Canvas, you can go to, wow, it's really not working very well, is it? There's a serious lag with the shared screen or something. I'm not really sure what's going on. Okay, so on Canvas, if you go to modules, you'll see module 4, module 4 standards and to-do list. So this is kind of the trajectory that we'll be doing for unit 4. Okay, so the different things that you'll be doing. And so by the end of unit 4, you'll be able to do most or all of these things. All right, and for today, I asked you to start thinking about a vacation you took in English. So in English, write 3 or more sentences describing a vacation you took in the past, or a vacation you imagine having taken. And so you can kind of use the warm-up activity as an inspiration if you're imagining a vacation. But I asked you to start this yesterday, so hopefully you've already kind of got the idea started. And on the next slide, upload a few images to illustrate and support your description. So I'm going to go ahead and send you the activity packet. So if you go to Canvas, this is due tonight. So like, again, just basically completing slide 7 and 8. So slide 7 is the instructions with the text box, and slide 8 is just a blank slide with, and if you'll go ahead and go to En Vacances 01, if you'll go to that either in your Canvas calendar or what have you, you can click on that link to the Unit 4 activity packet. So please go ahead and do that and make a copy of it. All right. And what I'd recommend is making a copy of it, kind of like what we did with the other activity we did with the Google Doc. I think it was yesterday or the day before. Making a copy of it with your name on it, and then putting it in a place where you'll remember it. So maybe in a folder called French or something in your Google Drive. So I'll give you a little bit of time to go ahead and make a copy of that first, and then we'll do this activity. Okay, très bien. So hopefully you have gotten most of the way done or even finished with this, and you have completed those slides in your slides, your activity packet, and maybe you've even submitted it to Canvas. If you haven't, no worries. You'll want to just wrap that up and turn it in before the weekend, so sometime tonight. Very briefly, I wanted to remind you of a few things that are due. So the Chez Moi recording was due on Tuesday. I got a few good submissions. I haven't started grading them yet. But if you have not submitted that, please get that in ASAP. I really, really want to encourage you to do that and wrap it up. We did do some work on it in class, so I had hoped most people would be mostly done with it and able to turn it in on time. So I was kind of surprised that folks weren't able to. But please get that to me, okay? And then we started the reading activity in earnest yesterday. We spent a good amount of time looking at those different apartments and answering some of those questions. And hopefully you're on the road to finishing that up and submitting it. I put it as being due tonight. But if you need to take the weekend to work on it, that's okay too. But really, we want to wrap that up so that we can really focus on just Unit 4, so that we're not bringing Unit 3 stuff into Unit 4 territory next week. Same thing for the Unit 3 reflection and the activities packet. Those are, the reflection is strictly, for my information and for you to kind of process your learning. It is not for a grade, but I really want to encourage you all to complete that. You can find that in Canvas in the modules. You can also find it in the calendar from yesterday or the day before, okay? The activities packet is more important. I really would like to see that and just check it off. Again, a lot of people had kind of skinny vocabulary this. I'd hope to see a little bit more vocabulary. But most important is finishing that and turning it in. And I want you to have it completed so that you can use it for reference in French 3 and French 4, right? And then finally, En Vacances 01. So we just started that just now. So hopefully you can finish that this weekend. So I just wanted to kind of give you a quick breakdown. If it helps, you can take a screen cap of this to help you kind of organize yourself for French 2. OK, pour mercredi. Mercredi, je vais vous demander de choisir un pays qui parle français, un pays où on parle français, et identifier une activité au minimum que tu voudrais faire là-bas. Hein, donc pour mercredi, je vous demande de chercher et trouver un pays où on parle français et d'identifier une activité que tu fais là-bas. Hein, donc de imaginer des vacances que vous pourriez faire. OK. Et pour faire ça, vous allez rendre ce travail sur Canvas. Okay? Il s'agit de taper un texte en français. J'ai choisi tel ou tel pays et je vais faire. And I'll go ahead and edit the assignment to put those sentence starters in there for you. J'ai choisi, I chose. Je vais faire, I will do. So you can copy those sentence starters and fill those in with the information you find. You'll notice there's a link on the Canvas assignment, and that is a link to this page, Cartographie de la francophonie. And so it's a breakdown of francophone, so French-speaking countries around the world, and it's a whole text in French if you're interested in looking at this. And I'll scroll all the way to the top so you can see. Okay, it's from 2014. So it's talking about the history of the word francophone. There are some graphs, how much French is spoken in the world. And then there are a few maps, and the maps I would really draw your attention to. So you can use this map, and if you go over certain countries, it'll show you, okay, well, this is the situation of French within this country. So you've got langue officielle unique, so the singular official language for la République démocratique du Congo, for example, ou la langue co-officielle. Donc, par exemple, dans le Tchad, c'est l'arabe et le français. Okay. So maybe you choose Chad. I would ask you to not choose France. Try to choose a different country, okay? Some more graphs, but I want to draw your attention in particular, en particulier vers cette carte ici. Ok. Donc voici une carte. Et vous avez de différentes divisions de la carte, donc nombre de locuteurs de français, donc quantité, population de personnes qui parlent français. So you can use that to choose which country you want to focus on, okay? That's just sheer quantity of how many people speak French in the country. And then I like this one, which is par des locuteurs de français, where it's not just strictly how many people speak French in the country, but pourcentage de locuteurs de français. So it's comparing the population of the entire country with the population who speak French. I think that's a really interesting. So clearly, you know, France in Europe is going to be really dense, right? 97% of people in France speak French. Okay. And so you can look at other countries where, okay, 13%, 17%, 33% in Algeria, okay, et cetera, et cetera. And so I encourage you to use that to kind of find the country that you want to focus on that is not France, and to think about, and you could do a Google search for what kind of activities you could do there. And this could be a monument, it could be going on a tour, it could be going to a museum, it could be whatever you want, okay? All right. All right, so again, we will not be having class on Tuesday for ACT testing. So 11th graders will be taking the ACT. The rest of us will be having asynchronous lessons. And then Wednesday we'll meet again. All right, so I will stick around to answer questions, and I would encourage you to stick around to work on completing some of those things. I know that we've had a lot done in the past week or so. So I'd encourage you to stick around and do that for the next 10, 15 minutes. But if you need to run, I will say au revoir et bon weekend.